Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to Sports Today. We normally bring you this video every single morning to catch you up with what is happening, all the latest happenings from the world of sport. Because whilst you and I might need some time to catch up on sleep, the world of sport, especially the news around it, well, it never really says sleep, does it? So we're going to catch up with some of the more interesting things that have been happening in the world of sport whilst we've been getting sleep. And without any further ado, really, let's just get straight to it. First off, the first IPL match of the Super Sundays double header was between MI and KKR. There were a few talk-worthy points, but one of the things that kind of flew under the radar due to the result was the verbal fight or the skirmish between Nitish Rana and Hrithik Shokeen. Now, both of them are, of course, teammates for Delhi in the domestic scene, but neither of them are really on speaking terms at this point. We've done a detailed video on that. You can check that out later on. But long story short, Hrithik Shokeen dismissed Rana, gave him a bit of a send-off. Rana didn't take too kindly to the send-off, and apparently the IPL have not taken very kindly to the exchange between both of them because, well, both of them have been hit with fines as well as a breach of the IPL Code of Conduct. Nitish Rana has been fined 25% of his match fee, and Hrithik Shokeen was fined 10% of his match fee. That's, of course, for the exchange that happened between the two of them. And truth be told, it's not really surprising because whilst it's not uncommon for players to sometimes get into it a little bit, the exchange that happened there was bad enough to the point that, well, they had to be actually separated by, their teammates, really. Because if you remember, the MI players actually had to come and separate both of them because the exchange got really heated. And, it's not really a good look for the world of sport. And there's many debates that can be had over who is to blame, who is at fault, who should have done what. But in the end, it's just good that it's a situation that has now, of course, been addressed by some fines by the IPL, and hopefully maybe this is the last of it. We don't really know. Let's see. Another fine was implemented in this particular matchup, and that unfortunately went to MI stand-in skipper Suryakumar Yadav. That is, of course, because they once again maintained a slow over rate in the match. So he's been hit with a 12 lakh fine. And since this was a first-time offense, that's why the fine was only worth 12 lakhs. Now, generally speaking, this year we've spoken ad nauseum about the fact that really IPL matches just haven't been getting over on time at all. And it's surprising to see that there haven't been that many captains really fined because pretty much every match goes over time. Hopefully, these fines are a bit of a deterrent, although if you go by what happened last season, you're going to say probably not, because last year too, there were plenty of games where they went over time, but there weren't that many captains who were actually hit with fines. Speaking on, yesterday's matches, Rajasthan Royals got a rather thrilling win over the Gujarat Titans. In fact, it's their first ever win over the Gujarat Titans because last year they played in 3 matches and Gujarat pretty much had the wood on them. And Rajasthan Royals, well, they got a pretty good win in the end. And Trent Boult, who attended the post-match press conference, actually shared what he felt was an interesting recipe or a secret of the success that RR have had in recent times. Remember, they were finalists last year and they looked very strong this season as well. And he said that it's all about different players stepping up for us at different times. He said that, look, Joss Butler and Yashasvi Jaiswal both ended up actually, getting out very cheaply yesterday. So it was down to the middle order and low middle order to kind of bail us out. And they managed to do that. And that's what is the secret to our success, is that different people will raise their hands at different times and win us matches. And that really is, a good way of going about things in T20 cricket, which is pretty much a sport that can change at the drop of a dime. And really with individual performances, if different individuals are stepping up at different times, it's very much the sign of a title-winning team. Switching our focus now from the world of cricket to the world of football, there were some interesting matches happening yesterday, particularly some in La Liga. We've already discussed the Premier League. There's a debate up on that on the channel. Check that out if you haven't already. But there's some interesting news from, of course, La Liga as well. Barcelona, current league leaders, runaway league leaders, ended up dropping points because they were held to a 0-0 draw by Getafe. They are, however, still 11 points clear, and that's despite the fact that Real Madrid ended up, winning their match on Saturday. So it doesn't seem unlikely that Barca are going to be pipped to the title, but they've definitely slowed their momentum a lot in recent times. One team that haven't slowed their momentum, on the other hand, are Atletico Madrid. They ended up getting a 2-1 win over Almeria thanks to an Antoine Griezmann brace, and what that means is that they're now only 2 points behind Real Madrid, who are in second place. So the brace for second place at this point, probably more interesting than the title race, but hey, What are you going to do about that? More football news. Bangalore FC, who are of course runners up in this year's Indian Super League, well, they ended up making it to the semi-finals of the Super Cup after a 1-1 draw against the Kerala Blasters. Now, what that does for them is that they're accumulated enough points to the fact that all they needed was a draw to ensure that they were through to the next round. They'll be taking on Jamshedpur FC in the semi-finals, but the second semi-final in the Super Cup yet to be set. We'll know about that in maybe a couple of days' time, because that's how the matches are going. We'll end this news wrap with a bit of news from the world of tennis, and Andrei Rublev has won his first ever Masters title because he defeated Holger Rune in the Monte Carlo Masters final. Now, Rublev was down a set 5-7. He then rallied back to win the second set 6-2, as well as the third set 7-5, despite at one point being 4-1 down. And he ended up getting the title. It's the first ever Masters title for him, so congratulations. Good time to be hitting such form, considering clay court season will be upon us soon enough. And, because obviously the French Open will be coming up very soon. You want to be in the best of form, and no better way to test your form is then, of course, by winning Masters titles on clay. And that's it from us on this edition of the Morning Wrap with Sports Today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, if you enjoy our work over here at this channel, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And last but not least, don't forget to download the AajTak app. Plus, if you're already on the channel, you can go ahead, check out some other videos that we did through yesterday and a couple which we uploaded in the morning. But for now, from my side, goodbye.